Greenland is incredibly cold. Sure, the weather is freezing, but what's even colder than the weather is the bitter coldness of war. Shoot first, ask questions later. That's exactly what Denmark's Minister of Defense said in the event that the United States invades Greenland and resorts to using military force. Hearing that, you can tell just how much they want to be with America. Absolutely not at all. As for the United States, Donald Trump outright said that, whether they want to or not, America must become the owner of Greenland. Because if America doesn't do it, China or Russia definitely will. This situation isn't just about the risk of violence breaking out between the United States and Denmark, or between the United States and Russia or China. There's also a possibility that this event could force all of NATO to turn their guns in that direction. The United States. Support Greenland information on the coldest day in history right here on Sai Money Monster channel by scanning this QR code. And you can easily support the Sai Money Monster channel. Just hit like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment to chat with us. Most importantly, don't forget to subscribe so that next time I post a video, we can meet again. Thank you. The whole world is worried about Greenland right now because this time it's closer to the brink of World War III than any event last year. If the United States recklessly uses force to actually seize Greenland, it won't just be a clash with Denmark or just with China and Russia. It would pull NATO into the conflict as well. Let's start with the point about the possibility of a confrontation with China and Russia. A reporter directly asked Donald Trump about this. They asked why. Why does the US need Greenland? Trump said it's to protect the people there, and only then can it be protected. If America doesn't, China and Russia will. Listen to his words.
Because if we actually have it, then we have a responsibility to protect it, and we absolutely have to protect Greenland as well. If we don't, the real question is,
do China and Russia want Greenland? The answer is that Greenland might be one of the things China and Russia are interested in, but if you ask whether they want the resources in the Arctic, the answer is yes. Russia, as the country with the longest Arctic border in the world, has invested massively in the Great Arctic State Nature Reserve project. This area is a conservation zone. It covers as much as 41,692 square kilometers, and there has been an investment in Vostok oil of up to 70 billion euros. The plan is to extract about 6 billion barrels of oil from here, along with a large amount of natural gas. As for China, which doesn't share any border with the Arctic at all, since 2018, China has been preparing for a long time and has declared itself a near-Arctic state. China has also joined Russia in investing, including investing in icebreaker ships, and has announced the Polar Silk Road, a new Arctic route as well. So yes, China and Russia are definitely serious about this. In this regard, Trump probably wasn't wrong. And as for the claim that this could force all of NATO to turn their guns on the United States, why is that? Because if Greenland, which is part of Denmark, is attacked, it would be considered an attack on all of NATO. NATO consists of 32 member countries, including the US, Denmark, France, the UK, and several other nuclear powers. The point is, since April 4th, 1949, NATO they made a treaty called the North Atlantic Treaty. All NATO members signed it, pledging to stand together against any aggressor. In this treaty, Article 5 states that an attack on one country is considered an attack on all. Donald Trump himself should understand this rule and be well aware of this treaty. That's why he says NATO needs to understand that what America is doing right now to protect Greenland, and NATO also needs to understand something else, that NATO exists today because of America, right? Listen to this.
regarding this and your concern on this, save them, America, NATO, active network of it, who world for me you have, and NATO.
Some people have said that Donald Trump wants Greenland. Like, would he invade or use force? Because we saw that Donald Trump said he wanted to buy Greenland, right? And analysts even speculated about what price he might offer. How much would it be? 50 billion US dollars or 186 billion US dollars? He probably wouldn't invade. And yes, Donald Trump did say he wanted to make a deal, like keep it simple. But if it can't be simple, then he'll have to make it complicated. Listen to that again.
It's a mess. What joint the is you with we do the hot white?
At this point, there must be some people wondering about freelancers. Isn't it just an icy island that's not really rich? Why would the United States be willing to risk its relationship with a NATO ally for some poor little island? So let's just ask, is Greenland poor? Oh yes, Greenland is poor. Even though it's the largest island in the world, there's basically nothing on the surface of Greenland except ice and snow. And financially, Greenland is in bad shape. You could say that Greenland's GDP is just $3.3 billion. To compare, Thailand's GDP is $550 billion per year, so Greenland is much poorer than Thailand in many ways. Plus, Greenland only has a population of about 57,000 people. The main sources of income for Greenlanders come from two things. First, fishing, and second, financial aid from the Danish government. You see, Greenland is a self-governing territory within the Kingdom of Denmark. Greenland manages its own police, courts, and resources, their own natural resources. However, Denmark still controls Greenland's foreign policy, defense, and monetary policy. That's why every year, Denmark sends about $600 million to Greenland. This $600 million actually makes up 50% of Greenland's government budget. That means if Denmark ever stops sending this $600 million to Greenland, the Greenlandic economy could collapse instantly, right before our eyes. One of the specific deals that Donald Trump said he wanted to make with Greenland was that he actually personally attempted to approach the local Greenlandic government and said, if you declare independence from Denmark and Greenland ends up losing the $600 million a year it gets from Denmark, the United States government would compensate you with $1 billion a year instead, plus additional investments in airports and mining, plus tourism promotions that are absolutely amazing. And this offer, wow, it's a huge amount, even for America. And everyone knows the United States doesn't just give things away for free. So if Greenland, which is considered a poor country, is being offered all this, it must have some kind of valuable treasure that America wants. Let's go through them one by one. The first treasure that the United States wants is being a key player in Arctic geopolitics, because when it comes to truly valuable resources, Greenland is definitely important, but what's even more precious is the Arctic itself. The Arctic spans the globe, covering an area of 6.2 million square miles of ice. This ice has been accumulating for millions of years, layer upon layer, forming deep ancient ice sheets. Researchers have even discovered that deep down, about 6 kilometers down, there are ancient lands and civilizations buried there, not unlike Manhattan. This accumulation over millions of years is exactly what makes these resources so valuable. For example, there are 90 billion barrels of crude oil and 30% of the world's natural gas reserves. So if someone were to acquire Greenland, how would that help them win this game? Let's look at the Arctic map. You'll see the Arctic is right in the center, surrounded by 6 countries. These include the state of Alaska, which belongs to the United States. There's Canada, Greenland, which belongs to Denmark, Norway, Iceland, and Russia. Russia is the country with the longest Arctic border, which gives Russia the most legitimate rights to access resources in the Arctic right now. So, if the United States wants to have more legitimate rights to access Arctic resources than Russia, it would need to have a longer border than Russia. Looking at the map, that means they would need to acquire Greenland. And Canada as well. If we look at the map again, you'll see that if America manages to get Greenland first, Canada would be surrounded on all sides by US territory, Alaska to the west and stretching down south, and Greenland to the east, with Canada right in the middle. There's a strong possibility that in the future, this could become a new state of the United States. While all this is happening with Greenland, Canada is definitely feeling nervous. The second asset is Greenland itself is truly remarkable. It has as much as 31 billion barrels of crude oil underground. And at Kavanaugh Field, experts estimate that there are about 6.6 million tons of rare earth oxides, 85 million tons of zinc and lead, 1 to 2 billion tons of iron ore, and 593 million pounds of uranium. There are even precious gems like rubies and sapphires. According to the database from the year, as of 2025, there are as many as 3,000 mineral deposits on Greenland. The third treasure is the new trade routes that can generate massive profits. In the Arctic, there are 3 main shipping routes. The Northwest Passage is the route that passes down through the United States, and for the most part, the US controls this route. Then there's another route, the Northern Sea Route, which passes down from Russia, and Russia uses it. This route makes it really easy to transport goods to China, but there's an even better new route, not the east and not the west. It cuts right through the middle, the Transpolar Sea Route, which goes right alongside Greenland. This is extremely important because it has a huge impact on profits. It can significantly shorten shipping times. In the world of maritime trade routes, distance equals cost. For example, if you want to ship goods from London to Tokyo via the Panama Canal, you'd have to travel 23,000 kilometers. But if you send goods from London to Tokyo through the Suez Canal, the route shortens to 21,000 kilometers. And if you use the Northwest Passage to ship from London to Tokyo, the distance drops to just 16,000 kilometers. That's a huge difference. You save 7,000 kilometers on the route, which means you cut 2 full weeks off the travel time. That also means you save on fuel and labor costs for those 2 weeks, which adds up to millions of dollars. Just imagine if you could sail through the Transpolar Sea Route, which is even shorter, how much more you could save. Another big advantage is national security for the United States. Let's look at the map again. Greenland is about 2,700 to 3,000 kilometers away from the US, and Greenland is about 4,650 kilometers from Moscow, Russia. That distance is extremely valuable for America's safety, because just imagine if Russia were to launch a missile from Russia crossing over the North Pole, the radar in Greenland would be able to detect that signal. Greenland is the spot that can serve as an early warning point before the nuclear missile reaches the United States. The place that can give an early warning, gives about 15 to 20 minutes. Yeah, just 15 to 20 minutes, that's all. It sounds like a short time, but that 15 to 20 minutes is exactly the window for intercepting a nuclear missile. It's exactly the right amount of time to save all of New York from being completely erased from the face of the map, if you think about it. So for the last question of this video, Greenland is sitting on an enormous amount of valuable resources, and it's also a strategic trade location that could generate massive profits for the world. So why is Greenland still poor? According to data from the American Action Forum, Greenland is sitting on wealth worth up to $4.4 trillion, which is higher than the GDP of India, Japan, the UK, and France. Even when you add it all up, why is Greenland still poor? Why isn't it rich like Saudi Arabia? And why does it still have to rely on money from Denmark? The answer is that up until now, Greenland has basically been frozen, covered by a massive amount of ice, with ice that's extremely thick. No matter what kind of resources are underground, they're really there. But with ice that thick, no one can actually extract or use them. Or those shipping routes people say could be super profitable, before there was nothing but ice. But do you know why things have started to change? It's because of all of us. Every single person on this planet has played a part in making the world warmer. We've raised the Earth's temperature. And while many people see global warming as a crisis, the major world powers see it as an opportunity. The Arctic region is warming up 4 times faster than the rest of the world. Just Greenland alone is losing as much as 30 million tons of ice per hour. In just 1 year, Greenland loses 234 billion tons of ice. And when all that ice melts, the resources buried underground become much easier to access. They just surface on their own, so no one even has to dig for them. So you could say that global warming is fueling conflict between the world powers. That's right, it's not wrong to say so. That's why I said in this clip, Greenland is freezing cold. And the Cold War here is just as intense.